Yo, what's up, guys? And today, I'm just gonna ask the question if reality is objective or subjective, because I find this question pretty interesting and it seems like a somewhat simple question, but the more that you think about it, I feel like it gets harder to answer. And because on one hand, there are facts, like things do happen whether we like them or not. And the world does exist outside of just our own opinions. But on the other hand, like every person experiences the world differently. And that's what makes this question so hard, because two people can go through the exact same situation and walk away with completely different stories or experiences about what happened. And one person sees some sort of failure, and that's proof that they're not good enough. But another person sees that failure as something to learn from, and it's a lesson. Or one person hears criticism from somebody, and then they'll feel like they're being attacked. But then someone else will hear that and be like, okay, that's helpful. Thank you for telling me that, because otherwise I wouldn't have known. So yeah, they're still living in the same reality, right? In one way, yeah, they are. But in another way, maybe they're not. You could say that they're not, because reality is both objective and subjective. And most of really objective reality is what actually exists, but subjective reality is how you personally experience something. So yeah, most of life happens in the space between those two, because there's both sides of the coin, and it's kind of hard to find where you are in the two, because yeah, first we can talk about objective reality. Objective reality means something is true whether you believe it or not. For example, gravity, it does exist, and the earth is round, whether you like it or not. It's not an opinion-based thing, it just is. Time will still pass the same whether you sleep, you're awake and you're watching a clock, or you're sleeping. It's going to be the same either way. If something happened, then it happened. So that's why facts do matter, because objective reality is what can keep us grounded, because it gives us truth. It gives you something that you can't really argue about. Some people like to argue about certain things that are fact, just because for whatever reason, they get some enjoyment about it, or they're just ignorant and they're hard-headed. I don't know, my bad. But it's it gives us a shared world that we can all see, no matter what your opinion is, because your opinion doesn't really matter in that. It doesn't, there's no opinion there. Without objective reality, there really could just, anything could be whatever someone wants it to be. And someone could say, well, that's just my truth, that's what I believe, even though what they're saying is just completely false. And that's an issue, right? Because feelings are important, but feelings don't just get to change facts. So yeah, objective reality does exist, and there is a real world outside of us. The world is real. It's not all subjective, but that isn't the whole story, really. The other side is a subjective reality, because subjective reality is how we experience the world from our own point of view. And that matters because people don't just live on facts. Like we live on our emotions, memories, fears, beliefs, experiences, anything. Like that's what makes us human, and that's kind of what separates us from every other living thing on this world, because we have memories, we have feelings, and we're able to like express all those things and learn from mistakes, all that good stuff. Okay. So like, you know, a crowded room might feel exciting to one person and overwhelming to the other. Like there's nothing concrete there that says this room is exciting or this room is dull, or being alone could feel peaceful to someone and lonely to another. Like you might, you know, it just depends on how you're feeling, like what you've done that day. You know, it's all unique to you. And even if you've like hung out with friends all day, two people could have hung out with people all day. They could both be extroverted, but like one person finds being alone after that comforting and the other one finds it like sad. So yeah, I mean, it like basically they can experience the same exact situations but have different experiences. But that doesn't mean that the facts changed. Like it's just the person's perspective changing on how the facts felt. Because whether you find that room exciting or dull, you're still in that room. That room still is there, and there was still people in that room, and there is still something that can make it feel exciting to someone or dull to another person. So yeah, and that's why we're human. That's a big part of why we're human, because everybody experiences things differently, and that's just very awesome. So third point, I mean, we've been over objective and subjective. Why do people disagree about reality? Because a lot of arguments happen because people confuse objective reality with their subjective reality. And one person says like that wasn't a big deal, but to somebody else it was. Like objectively, maybe the situation looked small, but subjectively it hurt to that person. Like, and both things can be true. It could be like both things can still be like they can coexist, because like that it doesn't really mean that every feeling that somebody feels is always accurate, but it does mean that people experience life differently. And like that's just very interesting. I don't know, because I mean, it really, everything that happens to you is coming from your past experiences, and even things that like you could react a certain way when you see like a cat, but you've never seen a cat before, or you've seen cats but like you don't have any bad feelings about them or anything, but you just react a certain way one time for who knows what reason. So your reality is shaped by your past, your family, your culture, your fears, your confidence, your pain, your beliefs, anything. Like anything in your life will affect how you react to something. So nobody sees the world from a completely neutral point of view. Which, another thought, like it's always weird to say that you can see somebody's, like you can put yourself in someone else's shoes, because no matter how much you feel like you can, you simply cannot. Like if somebody's family member passed away, or like their dog died or something, and they say like, oh, I feel for you, like I know exactly how you feel. Never say that to someone, by the way. That's really bad. But people do say that. Like if you say, I know exactly how you feel, no you don't ever think that, because you don't know exactly how they feel. You might have experienced a similar situation before. That doesn't mean you've experienced exactly how they feel. That just is pretty ignorant to think, I believe. So yeah, I mean, no one can see the world from a neutral point of view or from someone else's point of view. We all see reality through our own lens. And that is an objective truth. That's whether you like it or not. You see the world from your own view. And that lens can either help us understand the world better or distort what's actually happening. Because sometimes you've experienced something good or bad, and then you've gone into a situation, you have prior knowledge of this, you know this, you know that, whatever. And that might be an aid to you, or it could be like it could be harming you, like but you're still going to see that situation through that lens. So knowing this, we know that there's some sort of balance that we have to have between reality objectively and subjectively. So what's the danger that can come whenever you only believe in one side? Because some people like to say, well, I just thought of like Ben Shapiro, because I know he says like facts don't care about your opinion or something, some goofy thing, I don't know. But like there really begins to be a problem when people go too far in either direction of objectiveness or subjectiveness. If you only believe in the objective reality, I would say you might, but you probably will ignore people's emotions. And like you could say like the saying like facts don't care about your feelings. I think that's what it is. Not opinions or emotions. I think he says feelings, because facts, feelings. I don't know. But like, okay. I mean, that can be true sometimes. Like some things are just like objective, I guess, but people aren't robots. Like feelings matter, because feelings are like what controls how people think, act, and interpret and like heal, all those things. So like if you're gonna say that facts don't care about your feelings, like they kind of do, because how somebody acts does become reality. Like, and that is an objective thing. Like if somebody says that like facts don't care about my feelings because I acted a certain way, but like I'm grieving, like, well, things are going to exist whenever I react a certain way, because they don't want me to be able to grieve or something, or they're not going to accept that like I'm grieving. Like that doesn't obviously give you permission to just go do anything, but it's like if I'm not feeling like I really want to go to work today, and like because somebody I know just like passed away, maybe give me a little grace, right? Like then I just will not be showing up to work. That is objective. But on the other hand, like if you only believe in a subjective reality, you can lose touch with real truth. You can just start believing that whatever you feel has to be real. Like I'm all for like your feelings being like mattering and being real. Like you're feeling, what is the saying? Your feelings are valid, basically. But like that does go to a point where like you can't just decide, oh well I can use this to act however. Like, no. Because that can be dangerous too. Because sometimes our feelings can lie to us. Like anxiety could tell somebody that everybody hates them. And like especially social anxiety, like that's just like, oh I have acne, I got a bad haircut, like, oh, my hair doesn't look good today, my makeup, whatever. Like most people, you've heard this a billion times, most people are too busy worried about themselves than worrying about you. And that's usually true. Because like our mind likes to lie to us, to, I don't know, troll us. I don't know. Like anger could tell us that like we're completely right. Like there's no other side. Like I'm just pissed right now and nobody else is right. I'm the only one that's right. Like insecurities could tell us that we're not good enough. Like fear can make a situation seem worse than it actually is. Like jealousy, you know, you get the point. Those feelings are real experiences, but they're not always like accurate descriptions of reality, because our human minds, they're so wonderful, but sometimes they just do not do the best job that they could be doing, for whatever reason. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. They just like to play games on us. And that whole situation is really why we need both, because in a lot of things, really, there's always usually gray. There's not just black and white. Now, I won't say everything, because some things are like that. Some things are facts, but in a lot of things where you think something and there's a chance that somebody else thinks differently, then and you're on one side and they're on the other side, there's probably something y'all could do to find a compromise, because it's normally not just black and white. There's normally a middle gray area. And yeah, that's why you need both objectiveness and subjectiveness, because objective reality shows us real truth, and subjective reality shows us an equally real perspective, which I don't want to say truth for one and say truth for the other. They're both true, real things. They're just different. They're just different things. So yeah, there's what happens. Bad things can happen. That's what will happen. If you try and see things in one way, you'll find it probably won't work out very well. If you try and only rely on facts or feelings or whatever. And then there's like there's what happens, and there's what like we can tell ourselves what happened. So yeah, like that story of what happened to us though still does matter. Like don't forget that. Like that does still carry weight. Because sometimes the story can help us grow. It could help to make us stronger, or it could like trap you, and it could make you feel stuck in like any of those things that too much subjectiveness can cause, like pain, fear, anger. So really the goal is not to pretend that like your feelings don't matter, but it's also not to let your feelings completely replace the truth. The goal that you really want to aim towards is like to ask just like what really happened, and take that and be like, okay, so this is what I think happened, but how am I interpreting what happened? Because I know what actually occurred, but am I taking what happened and really reacting the way that I want to? And that's where you can actually like understand. So is reality objective or subjective? I think that the answer is both, because reality is objective because truth exists outside of just us, but reality is also like subjective because every person experiences that truth through their own mind and through whatever has happened to them in the past. The world is real, and the world isn't just a you though. Like, our experiences of the world are personal, and probably the wisest thing you can do is hold both sides and take them at the same time, because you want to accept the facts, you want to respect people's experiences, and you want to question your own experience, because, and your own not experience, perspective, because like your version of reality might not be the whole picture. Sometimes it might, but sometimes it probably won't be, because life isn't what just happens to us, it's what happens to everybody and how we understand it. So yeah, like reality isn't just objective, but reality is objective, but the way that we live inside it is subjective. I'm gonna cut it right there before I like screw up what I'm saying again. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, or listening, because I'm sure that some of y'all didn't watch. But thank you for listening, watching, staying till the end. I appreciate you guys so much. I need to upload more. I'm sorry. But yeah, subscribe if you enjoyed. Like, comment what you want me to talk about next, what you want me to do. I can talk about like music, more philosophical kind of ideas, gaming, what games you want me to play, whatever. Yeah, just let me know in the comments what you thought about this and any suggestions for the future. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Love y'all. See ya. Jesus loves you. Bye.